Hey guys, welcome to another Comment Help Footy Tip video. In today's guide, we're going to have a look at how you can add payments to a person manually. Now, what we mean by manually is adding a payment to a person on the comment side instead of them doing it themselves via my comment. Now, there are two ways which you can do it. One is by doing it from the person's profile, and the second one is by doing it from the club items. We're going to start with the person's profile. Now, we suggest using it this way, so adding a payment manually for the person's profile if you're doing a once-off. If you're adding a payment against multiple people, then we definitely suggest using it from the club item level, which we'll go to in a second. Now, to add it from the person's profile, once logged in, you want to use the quick search bar to find the person that you're looking for. Once you get to the person's profile, you then want to go to the box on the far right-hand side called Invoices. And from here, you see a page that's very, very similar to the one you would see at the item level. You've got three options here available to you. Create unpaid invoice, create paid invoice, and create invoice without payment details. Now, these two here are pretty self-explanatory. So, create an invoice where the payment is unpaid, create one where the payment is paid, and this one here, what this refers to is adding an invoice to a person that would normally cost, but for whatever reason, this person is getting it for free. Say for hardship reasons, potentially a first-team player, or for whatever reason the person doesn't have to pay for the item, you are adding it to them. However, recognizing that normally the item does have a cost. So we'll start with create unpaid invoice. By selecting that there, you input the date that you're giving the invoice to the person to, your online payment account if applicable, otherwise just input 5 zeros, the payment type. Payment date is not necessary. Any notes, adding payment. And then under invoice items, you want to add the relevant item. So by selecting add, it will immediately show you all the items that you have available for your club. Let's do this one here. You can adjust the price if you want. Otherwise, then select save. Easy as that. For the create paid invoice, the workflow is exactly the same. Instead of status being not paid, the status will now be paid. And again, with create invoice without payment details, free, process is exactly the same, except this time, again, the status of that will be paid. However, there'll still be a price to it. Cool, easy enough. So that's adding the manual payment at the person level. Again, we suggest doing this method if you're doing once off, so maybe one or two people for various different items. If you are doing multiple people for one item, then we suggest definitely doing it from the item level. So again, once logged in, expand clubs from the left-hand menu, and then go to club items. Select the relevant item you want to add an invoice of that person to, and select open details. Then you want to go to the purchases box, and again, we've got the exactly same options. So the workflow is very, very similar with some slight differences. So let's add a paid one this time. You'll see here, instead of this box being automatically being populated with a person's name, you now have to select that person's name. Now, if the person does have a very, very common name, we suggest then having the common ID on hand. Otherwise, if it's largely uncommon name, just by searching the person, as it would with a normal quick search, when they come up, selecting the date, the payment type, the payment date, so the date they actually make payment, adding some notes, and again, you can adjust the price of it if you want, and then hit save. Then you can repeat that process for every person you need to add it to. And easy as that.